just to over a big picture, as you know, we've got 4 lanes now between Suva and Nasuri. And we had announced that we want to have what we call bus lanes. So like if you go down to Sydney at peak periods, in the left lane only buses can go in there. So a lot of people will catch the bus. It's quicker and it's faster and people get to work on time. In the evening time it's the other way around. So there'll also be dedicated bus lanes. A lot of people don't take buses also. You know, if how many people you see somebody, you know, working in an office or, you know, who's a lawyer, accountant or whatever, taking the public bus. A lot of people don't. You go down to Sydney, they all will do so because of course the cost of taking a car is quite expensive and also the time it takes is quite, you know, long, and people save on fuel too. So one of the things that we are doing now is, as you may know, and the construction is about to start next month, we're building what we call a suburban bus terminal from Vale-Levu. In the entire area you'll have these shuttle services that will be running. And one of the requirements of course is that, you know, you have to have, out of 5 buses, at least one should be an electric bus. So we're trying to address the environmental issue. In respect of whether that specific road will get double lane, I know that's been in the plan. Whether it's going to get it done in the next budget, I can't tell you that. But obviously it needs to be done. There's a lot of socio-economic issues there too. They need to be addressed. You know, you have people selling stuff by the roadside. Where do you put them? Their livelihoods will get affected. Those types of things need to be taken into account also. But definitely the idea is that the entire corridor, we have as much double laning as possible. But the way forward is obviously is to make, you know, public transportation a lot more attractive. So people see that as an alternative. Even though one may have a car, we want them to take public transportation in the mornings and in the evenings. But a lot of people, for example, if I live in, say, you know, Nakasi inside 9 miles, if I am driving now and you say to me, look, catch the bus from the main highway. So how will I get from my house to the main highway? Where do I park my car? If it's raining, I don't want to walk. So the idea is that if you have shuttle services running around, you know, every 10 minutes or whatever, to bring you to the highway, and then you catch the main bus from there all the way to work, then they'll address a lot of those issues. Government, as we announced, we're also looking at relocating some government offices out to the Nasinu area. So at the moment, people generally live in that corridor and they all come to Suva in the morning. So if you shift some of the offices out to the Nasinu area, then people will go what we call against the traffic. So some of the key ministries, we're just about to finalize where they will be made. We've had call for tenders, or expressions of interest, I should say, in terms of finding the best, you know, location, who can build, whether it's, you know, green, going to be a green building, all those kind of requirements will be met. We are able to negotiate the rents. We've already announced this in Parliament a couple of budgets ago. And then we get those people to build and we take long-term contracts with them. So a lot of, you know, civil servants, for example, who work in Suva actually live in this corridor. So they actually will go, very easy for them to go from home to work. So there's a combination of things. You know, it's not just about double laning, it's about taking a holistic approach in terms of shifting population, where they go to work, where they live. A lot of people, for example, may, you know, require certain services to get out, you know, it's not available in Vale-Levu. There are people, for example, who may live in the Nandera side, but there is no bus to take them from Nandera across the highway to Vale-Levu. Somebody may live in Nandawa, right? So if I want to go from Nandawa, or if I'm working in the garment factory, I'm living right in the corners of Nandawa, and I want to go to the supermarket, technically speaking, I'll have to catch the bus all the way back to Suva, then catch another bus that goes to the other side of the highway. Because that's how the transportation system was done during the British times. Everywhere you go, any town in Fiji, you have the one big market and the bus stand is next to it. And all routes emanate from there and they go to one place and they come back. But of course, the dynamics, the suburban dynamics have all changed. So that's some of the things that we're looking at from a holistic transportation perspective. We've got a couple of agencies, international agencies, that is helping us with that, to do how that, the transportation planning.